Hey Virgos, how are you? It's Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage for your Soul Tarot reading. Thanks so much for stopping by my reading. Hey, fun readings, really impactful readings for you folks this week. This is going to publish on the 11th of November, the 11/11 portal. As most of you know, I'm out on the road. Completing a spiritual walkabout my guides asked me to do once again. Last one was 2 years ago, so I'm here in beautiful New Mexico, and today I was in Aztec making my second, my guides just said request. So here's the other thing. My guides keep calling it the Passage Tombs. That's a Freudian slip, but it's because of the relationship between the place I'm in, which is the Great Kiva in Aztec, New Mexico. So I went in there today. If you want to see a picture, go to the community tab. There's some pictures there. Sadly, YouTube only lets you upload one picture at a time. So go check it out. And I did the readings from there. So your reading came out today when I was in the Great Kiva. It's extraordinarily deep. My guides really wanted to get the earth sign messages out. So as I always say, go and watch your cohort. There are sacred strings of light language, spectral signature, the light codes that my guides talk about as the tapestry. So we're literally talking about the light language, the physics that can explain some part of our mystical existence. I am accepting donations for my Beauty Road travel, and with love and thanks. I've got some new announcements coming forward, so stay tuned. Some things that we're queuing up for 2020, and my guys are telling me to give a shout out to my fabulous angel webmaster. Her name is Heather, so shout out to her. She's one of my quantum partners. So gang, let's see. Oh, last thing, Sagittarius new moon healing, shamanic healing retreat, soul sanctuary retreat coming up on the 29th, the day after Thanksgiving, going to be in Santa Fe. The cutoff date for signing up for that is the 23rd. So please, if you have any notion, if you're in town in Santa Fe or in the region, there is an option to pay half price if you don't want local lodging. Okay, so let's jump into it. Beautiful Virgo, got quite a deep reading. Go watch Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn is our leader as we come into this moment of shift and change and eclipse. And we've got a lot of powerful events coming forward. That's the Queen of Wands. This came up for Capricorn. It's about literally coming through some challenging times in order to have a restoration of self and a rebirth in a sense. And you see in this depiction, you see the horses like the Chariot card, and there's the key. There's the key to a new life coming forward, and we see it coming through from the mystical realm. This is the theme of the reading my guides want to speak about. I believe that's you and you, Virgo, because we are transforming. We've been going through quite a journey. If you've been following along, you know what's been going on this year for us. Polished discs and things like that. So that's the theme for my guides. So here's what they want to speak with you about. This is the energy that you are wielding. This is the changer of truth. Clearly it's the Tower card, and we see that which no longer serves falling out of the sacred vessel. So, beautiful Virgo, when you're done, my guides are saying it again, please go watch Capricorn so you understand the earth energy turning and what's happening and the way we are serving this ancient, ancient destiny with Pluto in Capricorn as our cardinal leader for the earth signs. You have been prepared. You are assisting the great shift and change. You are feeling it in your own life, and certainly anybody who's partnered with you because of your energy, because you're an earth sign, they're going to feel it and they're going to go through it too. So I will get to your partner. This is your partner's card. Those of you who are partnered, okay? And my guides lately have been saying, you know, we want you to know about you primarily. Not everybody's partnered in every moment. It's most important for you to know about your relationship with yourself and with the cosmos and with your spirit guides and all the things that are channeled through me, okay? So great shift and change, changer of truth coming into your life. And we've been seeing you go through a great shift and change for quite a few weeks now, haven't we, Virgs? And those of you who don't know, I'm a Virgo, so I'm right there with you. And I love this reading. Look, once again, woman of skill, a message from the universe about your destiny, literally holding the sacred spool of destiny in your hand. Okay? There's the cosmic energy, my guides, we're talking about. You see how activated you are in these moments as we come through the 1111 portal and move on towards the eclipse season that's coming very rapidly. My guides were talking about it a lot. In fact, they were confusing me while I was doing Capricorn. But they're talking about the eclipse season. So we've got this 1111 portal. Mercury's in retrograde. That's going to pass off at the end of the month. And in these days, as we go into the deep and prepare for the great turning, you have the capacity to wind the strings of your own destiny. There's your light language. There's your DNA codes. The thing that my guides talk about, the energy, the strings of energy of the tapestry, all the quantum physics, all the things they talk about. There you are, Virgo, in this moment. And look, the energy of Capricorn right there with you. Okay, this has been coming up for Capricorn for 2 years. The king of skill, king of wands, battles behind them now, mustering all their deep energy to go deep inside. The shield is hung on the wall, and in this moment, you literally make the shoes to walk forward into your new life. So my guides are continuing to talk about Capricorn. It's the energy that's coming off Capricorn that you are working with. And certainly as an earth sign, you're stepping into this place. That is why you're in command of your destiny. Because you're bringing forward this change. You are making the shoes for your new life. Because you are in command in these moments of your destiny. Because there's a new life coming forward. You're rebirthing yourself, Virgo. Certainly I'm in the process of doing it. That's the Lover's card. We are choosing our pathway forward. Love in this moment, in this deck, the lover of devotion. And Virgo, isn't that our name? My guides are saying, and that's your name. It so is. So we're choosing our pathway. We may be choosing between two choices, but it is what you hold at your heart that can come forward now, because as you hold the spool of your destiny, look at how clear the vision is. Almost in a trance about what's coming forward. And I think particularly this week, yes, we're talking about you and your life. Yes, we're talking about you and your lover, for those of you that have any sacred relationship. It's going to reflect this. You're going deep inside, Virgo. Allow yourself to go really deep through this portal. It's a significant gift. And look at this, Virgs. Check it out. Okay? So while you're standing there holding the strings of not just the strings of your destiny, right? The spool of destiny. Look at that. The woman of art. This story, for those of you who are new and don't know, is about a sacred woman whose name was Boan. And the mythology, wow, my guys just said methodology. All right, so the methodology that's being used, we see the sun coming up in the background. She stood in her place. She had a lot of energy. She was meant to transform, and indeed she did, literally into a river of energy. Do you see, Virg? That's what's going on with you this week. A literal river of energy flowing out upon the earth, transforming you in such a way that's your destiny. Virgo, if ever there was a moment for you to shine, your ability to bring order and purity out of chaos, this is how my guides, I'm getting choked up now. Stand in your place. Just stand in your energy, okay? Virgs, this week with this 1111 portal, because your energy is literally being used, all the earth signs, in the very intimate way that it's happening. All the signs, of course, doing their own work. But you, because of this, your energy flowing out upon the earth, very important. And look at that. And this, by the way, is the transition card that reflects what's going on in your human life and how the energy literally flows from this place, from this changing of your truth into your soul circuit. Look at that. 6 of Swords. Absolutely gorgeous. Moving on, because you've come through a rite of passage. You see the spirit realm at the top of the card? Just watching. You are literally moving forward into your new station. And you carry with you, across the water, do you see? Across the water, you're carrying with you the hopes and dreams for the future. In this card, in the traditional tarot, we see a woman in a boat with a child sitting next to her. Do you see this? Do you see what's happening in this reading, Virgo? Whoo, it's powerful, and it's the male energy that pushes the boat forward, right? A gondolier or something like that. So you're literally coming through a rite of passage. You are meant to shift and change into a new life. And so this week, go deep inside. Focus on what you want to manifest. Whatever you'd like to devote yourself to. If it's a love relationship, fine, but there's something else going on inside of you. When you come to this new foundation, this is the Fool card. You are going to leap hand in hand into the universe with the divine. So there's going to be some sort of awakening, and we see it, don't we? Perhaps literally a Kundalini awakening for some of you, and you're going to go through this portal on 11/11 and coming forward for the next month or two. My guides are saying, do you see the sacred bowl? Do you see destiny turning? That's the soul going out on its new journey. Okay, look at that bowl. You see that? Look, Virgo, don't have any doubt. The entire truth of this plane of existence is about to change. And this is what you came here to experience. It's your moment. Leap straight into it and let your soul have its journey. So this card, I love this. Courtship of skill. 3 of Wands. You've made the decision. You're standing there hand in hand with yourself, male and female aspects, yin and yang, in the full light of the sun, in this lion-hearted energy. There is mystery coming forward. You are going on a journey, some of you with a love partner. You may not know where you're going, but the decision is made. And you feel firm, and you feel clear, and you are standing in the mystery and the joy of it. We see these cups. There's a lot coming forward. We don't know. And my guides are saying, it's the way it's meant to be. So, I almost forgot. Check it out. For you, Virgs, my guides are talking about this again. You have the sacred blade from the mystical Shaman oracle. You have the ability to cut free. Free yourself. My guides are saying, loose anything that doesn't work in your life. When the blade comes out and is pointing upward, it denotes something very positive. And we're talking about the changer of truth as your central core, your central vibration in this portal moment, 11/11. It's really beautiful. So make sure you know what you'd like to devote yourself to. Make the shoes, because you are literally coming to a moment of completion. We've been talking about the cosmic butterfly all year, haven't we, Virgo? So there you go. You are, I believe, finishing this part of the journey and preparing for the transformation that's coming. What I love about the outcome cards for you, Virgo, check it out. So I came to the part of the reading. I'm pulling the outcome card. This came out first. And it fell right down on the stone that I was using in the Kiva. And there were 3 cards there. So I like this a lot. And again, my guides are talking about this. The destiny here on this planet is changing in a way that's profound. You are going to experience this in your personal life. Many, many of you. You may experience it as a profound spiritual truth coming over you, something that you come into the knowledge about. So I like this because, you know, the earth signs are really bringing us through this change, and all the other signs are attending with their strings of energy in ways that are really beautiful. So that is 5 of Swords. So it's a mythical story about 2 warriors. They had a lot of love and respect for each other. They were not exactly brothers, but something like that. They had a spell put on them. And they had to fight all day, every day. When the sun came up, one of them fought to the death. And when evening came on, the other tended to that person's wounds. And then in the morning, they had to start all over again. Do you see how the wounds, the blood from the wounds of this battle trickle down into the stream of life? That's what we've been, okay, my guys just said handling. That's what we've been handling here in this plane of existence. And it brings a lot of pain and a lot of uncertainty and a lot of change to everyone who participates in this. And in some way, my guides are saying, and we've been locked into it, as if a spell has been put on us. It's a very difficult moment, but it is a moment of significant shift and change because it's a 5, and I love it. And so, look, Virg, that's a 3 of Swords. So my guides are talking about the way the energy is going to trickle down through from this notion of the 5 of Swords, being embattled, trying to protect yourself, fending off people who are, bringing battles, locking you in battle in a way that you don't want to be. So this is 3 of Swords, and look, we have it for your partner. So I'm going to tell you what my guides talked about with this. But first, focus on your own life. Focus on yourself. Those things that are heartbreaking to you about being a Virgo in this life, in this existence, in this moment in time, you're being released from it now, okay? The energy is shifting and changing. This mythical story is about 2 warriors who were locked in battle because of a heartbreak. This woman set out to go and find this man and kill him because he was a soldier and he killed her lover in battle. Not with any malice, that's just what happened. They got into locked into a death battle in a sense, and in the end of the story, through the shift and change, through the things they learned about each other because of the battles that they had, in the end of the story, he put his sword into the ground and reached out to her. She had gotten knocked into the river, and he pulled her up, and she was wise enough to have the same realization in the same moment. She lifted her sword to him, and they came into a peaceful existence together. It's a fairy tale. So in the end, they married and lived happily ever after. There's the hut in the background. But it's this moment when the situation gets resolved, whatever the heartbreak was. And we're literally talking about humanity. You may have this story going on in your own life. It might be with someone that you're lovers with. It might be within your family, within your job, etc. But because we're coming through this portal and we're coming into these days of shift and change, that's a prophecy, an augury. That's the Ace of Swords. So this is about the moment of complete transformation because the clarity comes. This sword is ignited by the north wind in the season of winter. This is the moment, and what we see in this card is someone praying and chanting incantations upon the sacred sword of victory. Do you see all the clarity there? This is a really auspicious reading, Virgo. So allow yourself to contemplate. Right? Replay the video. Look into the cards for yourself. And here's the rune that came out for you. That is the rune for the torch. It is about daylight coming. It's awesome. Pardon me. My guide said awesome. What was I trying to say? It's about daylight coming, right? So passion and fire coming forward. Having enough light to finally see. That's why it goes right there. So Virgs, let's take a look at your partner. I was saying this to Capricorn. Anybody who's standing next to you, whether it's a love partner, work partner, family member, some really good friend who's, like I just said, twin flamey, right? This notion of 4D and 5D, we're going to meet lots of people who cause us to transform, who stand next to us as sacred others. That person's going through a lot of contemplations. You see how they're looking so deeply inward? Look how beautiful that is. And they're contemplating their beauty way because they also are transforming. Part of the reason they're transforming, part of the reason they're connected or attracted to you is because the energy that you've got going on, Virgo. Absolutely. So it's very interesting, Virgs, because look, Emperor, that's how many weeks does that come out? Is it 4 now? It keeps coming up. Whoever you're connected with is going through their own transformation. And what my guides are talking about is they're using their strength. They're trying to keep the faith, in a sense, about the place in which they're sitting. And they may have been this emperor-like figure in their own life. Very staid, very solid, very stable. Perhaps rigid, perhaps unmoving. Perhaps stuck in their old ways. And not willing to move, not wanting to move. So my guides are saying it's some kind of a story, could be either way, depending on what's going on in your life. Somebody who is being rocked off their foundation And they had a really solid and strong foundation. But magic ensues. So if there's somebody who's really stable, they're able to wield magic in their life, it's available to them, very certainly. So they can shift and change along with you, because if they want to be with you, they have to. The relationship's not going to survive. That's what my guides are talking about. So you're going to see this person shift and change, come into solid place, and then magic happens again, and then they rocked off their foundation. There's that kind of a thing going on. And I do so many readings, I don't remember, but check it out. Didn't this come out last week for them? They're trying to figure out from the position that they have. It's not about found themselves in, it's about created. The position they've created for themselves in their life, they're wanting to grow. And it's not very often that somebody who carries this energy wants to shift and change and grow. But Virgs, you're rocking them off their foundation, not in a negative way. But I think it's a surprise to them. A lot of surprises have come to them. It's feeling like magic, and they're looking into their own life now and contemplating, how do I grow? Should I shift and change? What do I do? I really want this person in my life. I want the garden of this love to grow. Gee whiz, I don't know what to do, maybe. It's interesting. So that's fabulous. That's a wonderful energy to bring into somebody's life if they're your sacred partner. And so, look, Page of Swords, okay? There are messages coming to them. I think from inside them, obviously from outside, from you maybe, taking the first steps to get clarity about how to grow their garden. That's a beautiful thing, lined up with the Emperor and the Magician. And look, I like it. So they're coming through this process. And what they really want is maybe to utilize their Emperor position and the magic that exists there to come into an extreme amount of clarity. And I think my guys are talking about the Ace of Swords, which is right there. So again, I think this is the way you affect them. I think it's the cycle they're going through. And they are, with this Three of Pentacles here, they're looking to the mystery realm. They're looking into the magic of the situation. They are doing their best to be standing in the temple. And that is a place from which they are attempting to gain their clarity, shining a light on the plans about how to build a life for themselves, perhaps with you, within the relationship. As a result of the relationship, they're going to the sacred realm. And they're asking for assistance and wanting to shine a light on the plans from the guides and the benefactors, the ancient ones, all the things that exist inside the temple as they try to get clarity to build a temple for themselves. Perhaps they've never done it before. It might be that there's somebody in your realm who has never been particularly spiritual because they had their ability to live their life and they were doing quite well, my guides are saying. And suddenly, you get standing next to an earth sign and something else happens, right? Especially in these days. So there's something about this. There's some heartbreak that the two of you share. And when we see this beautiful Six of Cups, this might be a past life connection. Somebody that you've known before, maybe a relationship that originated many, many years ago. Certainly, it's really interesting because there's something like that going on in my own life. So I found it really interesting that this is coming forward. So, the two of you, you might come across somebody with whom you had some difficulties in the past. And it's a moment of healing. Because, look, there's the Lover's card. See that? There's something going on. You have the opportunity with somebody in your life to heal the past. And I love that. So maybe that's part of the destiny that you're holding. So Virgo, take an active role, okay? Love this person. Sometimes, as many of you know, over the course of a life, my guides are talking about the color purple now, okay? Over the course of a lifetime, things happen and hurts happen. And heart chakra woundings happen. And then there comes a moment like the one we're in when all of this can be released because we're going through a sacred moment, a sacred portal. So let's pick a rune for your beautiful partner. Whoever it is, whether it's a lover or somebody who came from the past, or somebody in your family or your job, you are, just know you're affecting them. And focus on yourself, Virgo, as always, because you are recreating yourself. You are releasing yourself from that which no longer serves you, because you are meant to be reborn. You are restoring yourself, and it's bringing forward your destiny. Look. And you're able to devote yourself now to that which you truly love. All right, Spirit, give us a little something, please, for beautiful Virgo's partner, whoever that person. Okay, they want this one. Look, that's the rune for movement. I love it. So, see that? What my guys were just talking about? You can heal this, whatever this is. Something that happened in the past, or some heartache that's been carried forward for many, many years. Because of the tenderness of this moment, you really can move this forward with somebody in your life, Virgo, and that's what these moments are for. So whether it's a lover or not, if you're cross-watching and you're connected to a Virgo, just, my guides are saying, celebrate, because it's a beautiful moment, particularly this week, and it's setting us up, all of us, as we go through the eclipse season. And the earth turns. My guys are saying, and the earth turns. I think there used to be a soap opera called The Earth Turns or something like that. So, gang, thanks for being here. Thank you so much for all the donations that you are offering me in such a loving way as I'm out on my spiritual journey to do exactly this in my life, to get control of my destiny, make and choose literally, to devote myself to that which has meaning in my life, so I can flow forward. So, Virgo, I'm right there with you. It's a moment of healing. You can literally cut it loose, whatever it is, and end a cycle with somebody. So, take it up. Go for it. It's part of what we're meant to be doing. We came here to volunteer, right? In these moments. So, thanks, everybody, so much for all the donations. Keep them coming. I appreciate it. I'm doing my best to prepare myself to go forward into my journey, and I love that you're here in this energetic way accompanying the work that I'm doing. Let's see, 2 other things. There's some fun new news coming, so stay tuned. I'll be making an announcement soon about next year. On the 29th of November, I am in the process of pulling together a soul healing retreat. Perfect time if you're a Virgo. The cutoff for signing up is the 23rd. So if you're in the neighborhood, or you can get here to Santa Fe, go to the website and sign up. Okay? Gang, thanks for being here. I'm wishing you just all the best. This to me is a very beautiful, really exciting reading for you. So dive into the energy. Use it to bring healing into whatever part of your life you want it most, because certainly the energy is there for you as we come through the 11/11 portal and the week that follows. My guides are correcting me again, the months. So I think this is setting us up to get through the eclipse season. All right, gang, thank you so much. Hugs and kisses and love. Best wishes to everybody. My guides are saying hello to the cross watchers. Thanks, gang. God is willing, I'll be here next week.